This video will cover major-specific information for the East Asian Area Studies major in the East Asian Studies Center. This is an interdisciplinary major in the Language and Culture cluster. We will review major curriculum, sample course plans, placement exams, GEs and exam credit, as well as departmental opportunities and resources. The East Asian Area Studies major requires students complete 4 semesters of language or have the equivalent proficiency in Chinese, Japanese, or Korean. The number of language courses you take will depend on your level of proficiency. For Area Studies coursework, students take 2 courses at the lower division 100 or 200 level. One of these courses must be either EASC 150, East Asian Societies, or EASC 160, China and the World. The second course can be any East Asia-related, non-language Area Studies course. Your advisor will provide you with a spreadsheet of all eligible courses. Next, students will take 28 units, about 7 courses, at the upper division 300 or 400 level. These can be Area Studies or advanced language classes. While taking these upper division courses, you will need to meet the following requirements. 1 course in the Department of History. Country-specific courses on at least 2 different East Asian countries. Courses from at least 3 USC departments. History counts as one of these 3. It is important to note that even though you can fulfill these requirements in less than 28 units, you will still need to take additional upper division East Asia-related courses until this 28-unit requirement is met. This is a sample of what a typical first semester would look like for an East Asian Area Studies major. Students will take a GE seminar, a second GE course, either EASC 150 in fall or EASC 160 in spring for their major, and either a foreign language course, third GE course, or a degree elective. You also have the option to take a second major course if you would prefer. Your advisor will prepare a personalized course plan based on any coursework or exams you transferred in prior to starting at USC. Please note that full-time tuition at USC covers 12 to 18 units, so students have the option to enroll in an additional 1 to 2 unit elective if they wish. This is a sample 4-year course plan for the East Asian Area Studies major. The dark red squares represent GE, writing, and language requirements that would stay the same regardless of what major you have in Dornsife. The orange squares represent your major courses. You do not need to complete these major courses in the specific order that they are listed in, though we highly recommend taking EASC 150 or EASC 160 for spring admitted students in your first semester, since you have a place in the course reserved for you. We also recommend waiting until after your first semester to take upper division 300 and 400 level courses. As you can see in the orange boxes in freshman year, EASC 150 counts towards the GEC and GEH requirements, so students can make progress in their GEs and their major at the same time. The yellow boxes represent degree elective courses. These are courses you will need to complete to reach the 128 unit requirement to graduate from USC, but they do not need to count towards your major or GE requirements. They can go towards a second major, a minor, or be courses that you are simply interested in taking but do not want to apply to a formal program of study. East Asian Area Studies majors are not required to take the math or chemistry placement exam. Because there is a language component to the major, however, students may need to take the foreign language placement exam. If you have no experience with Chinese, Japanese, or Korean, please reach out to the Language Center to request declearance for the Level 1 course in your language of choice. If you have some experience with one of these languages, you will need to take a foreign language placement exam at USC. Note that there is no online placement exam for Chinese, Japanese, or Korean during orientation, so you may need to reach out to the Language Center for a preliminary placement until you arrive on campus. If you are fluent or near fluent, you still need to take the placement exam, but you may also need to get a language evaluation from the EALC department to see if you can place out of the 4th semester. Note, international students from countries where Chinese, Japanese, or Korean are spoken as the official language and read, write, and speak at the native level may not need to take the foreign language placement exam or language evaluation. If this applies to you, please consult with your academic advisor. Now, let's talk about GEs and exam credit. There are no AP, IB, or A-level exams that will count towards the major requirements for the East Asian Area Studies major. However, There are options to overlap major requirements with GEs. You can take courses in several different departments and may fulfill GE categories A, B, C, G, and H, depending on the courses that you pick. Finally, let's talk about some of the opportunities and resources available in the East Asian Studies Center. The Center hosts dozens of events and special lectures throughout the year for students to attend and get involved with. Students can also get involved with the Student Journal of Asian Studies and have their research published. Students interested in travel can study abroad either through the Spring Maymester program Global East Asia or one of the semester and year-long programs through USC Overseas Studies. Students interested in conducting independent research may also be interested in the EAAS Honors Program in their junior or senior year. For more information about all of these opportunities, please visit the East Asian Studies Center website. Thank you.